fun. We're going to get started a little bit early here. We've got a couple minutes to go, but if we get started early, I think we can get through it and maybe have some time for questions at the end. We only have 20 minutes, so I'm going to go a little bit fast, but all of my slides are going to be online on my website, so you can get them later if you need more information. And I'll also be available by email, so you can always ask questions that way too. So today's topic is how I went from $0 to a full-time income in only 12 months by diversifying my freelance services. So what kind of work do you guys think of when you hear the word freelancer? In our community and here at FinCon, a lot of people think of being a freelance writer. There's tons of freelance writers in our community, and there is a lot of writing work and work available for those people who do freelancing. But there's a lot of other services you can do too to help you grow your business faster and earn more money. Yeah, as I said, so when people hear the word freelancer, they really think of being a freelance writer. But there's a lot of benefits to diversifying your freelance services. Diversifying mine allowed me to go from $0 a month to a full-time income in only 12 months. So I'm going to share my story with you, the short version, because we only have 20 minutes. When I graduated college, I had $18,000 of debt, and I was super nervous because I knew I needed to earn more money so that I could pay off debt. So I was trying everything I could think of to make that happen. I felt lucky because I only had about half the debt of many college graduates, so I felt like I was in a better situation than a lot of my peers. And I also landed a full-time job after graduation, and a lot of my classmates couldn't find work, so they ended up going on to graduate school, taking on more debt, and going through that traditional path of trying to find a 9-to-5 job. Unfortunately, I dug myself into a deeper hole and took on a mortgage, some credit card debt, and made some bad financial decisions. But at my rock bottom, I couldn't sleep through the night because I was stressed about money. My account was going negative all the time, and I didn't have enough to pay my bills. This is when I found the world of personal finance blogs, and I was absorbing all of the information. I read them for months before I finally started my own website. And I wanted to share my story anonymously so I could work on getting my finances in order, pay off debt, and things like that. But I still didn't know you could make money online as a freelancer. It really wasn't meant to be a business. It was just my creative outlet from my day job and a way to be a stress reliever and to share my story. Like I said, I had no idea you could make money from blogging or providing services for other people. So at the time, I cut everything I could from my budget, and I was blogging regularly. Then I decided I needed to start earning more because I wasn't able to cover my bills. After trying several other things on the side of my day job, I fell into freelance writing. Another blogger had taken notice of my website, and she asked me to join her team. I'd been interacting with her on social media and commenting on her site and things like that when she said, "Hey, are you available to be a freelance writer?" And I was like, "What? You're going to pay me to write about money? I'm in all this debt, and I know absolutely nothing about freelancing, about business, or about money. So why are you wanting to hire me? I don't know anything about this." But I was pretty excited about it and decided that it was something I could learn to do. So my first month freelancing part-time, I made $285. And I was so excited because people were paying me to sit at home in my pajamas in the evening and work on my own finances. Like I was learning about money and using those skills to improve my own life, build this business, earn extra money, and get out of debt. It was amazing. Then she asked me if I'd be interested in other types of work. And I was like, "What are you talking about? Now you want to hire me to do other things besides just writing?" I didn't even know that was a possibility. So she asked me if I wanted to be a virtual assistant. I actually love organizing and managing things and working behind the scenes. So I said, "Sure, why not? Of course, I'll take the extra money." So diversifying my business helped me earn more a lot faster than if I had just been freelance writing. It opened up a huge pool of potential clients that needed help with other things besides just writing for their websites. It also helped me avoid things like writer's block and creative burnout because I was offering different types of services that allowed me to have more of a balance with my life and with my business. And I could work on writing when I had more creative energy. And then those other types of tasks that are a little bit more monotonous I could do when I didn't have as much brain power and creativity in my day. So I could really manage my energy levels better. But I still thought freelancing was something extra that I was doing just on the side to earn more money. I didn't really think of it as a business yet. Several other freelancers I knew had grown their businesses to make it a full-time job for themselves. But I really had a lot of self-doubt, even though I saw them being very successful. And since I was in debt, I was really nervous about it too. I was thinking to myself, could I really earn more than I needed to replace my income by being a VA and a writer? Finally, I decided that my business could be so much more than my day job would ever be. And it was after talking to my friend Catherine Alford when she really said to me, you have to think of this as a business, not just as something extra you do on the side. That's really what started to change my mindset and make me think of it as something that could be more. So for the next 12 months, I worked my butt off on the weekends and in the evenings, and I was working all the time outside of my day job. I really made a lot of sacrifices with my social life and my friends and my family, but I knew in my head that it was going to be temporary. I had decided that I needed to set a deadline for myself so that it would be temporary because it was a lot of work. In July 2015, I quit my full-time job to become a self-employed writer and VA. And that was exactly 12 months after I started and made $285 that first month. Now I was earning about $2,500 when I quit my job, and my debt was $148,000, which was pretty scary to quit your job and take this full time. But it was the best decision I ever made because that was the motivation I needed to work hard on my business and make sure that I did not fail. After quitting, I've now grown my freelance business to earn over $10,000 every month consistently from my writing and my virtual assistant services. A big part of my success has been because of offering these different types of services in my business. Freelance writing is now about 30% of my monthly income, and 70% is made up of other services. 60% is from virtual assistant and project management work behind the scenes of other people's blogs and websites. And a lot of them are FinConners that I met here at the conference in 2015. The other 10% is income I earn directly from my blog, from things like ads, affiliates, and brand partnerships. The benefits of offering diversified services are things like earning more money. It really helped me grow a lot faster to be able to offer different types of services and build packages for people, because then you're not just working hourly, or even with your articles, sometimes you can kind of cap yourself out at what you can earn. There's a larger pool of potential clients, which means I always have enough work. I'm able to avoid burnout and manage my energy levels because I'm always learning new skills, trying new things, and offering different types of services to people. Changes in technology and the blogging industry have less of an impact on my income. So if things get phased out, if people decide that they don't need a certain type of service, it doesn't affect my income as much because I offer other things in my business too. So if one type of service is no longer needed, it's okay. It doesn't take everything out of my business, and I still have cash coming in every month consistently. It's kind of like diversifying your investments, right? You get to learn tons of new skills and tools that you can use to grow your own brand and blog. as a project manager and virtual assistant behind the scenes, I get to learn all these different new tools and technologies as they come out, because all of my clients like to use different types of things because their businesses are not all the same. But being able to learn all these different tools, I get paid to do that, and then I can still use those skills to land other clients or to build my own blog as well. Many of my clients are smaller bloggers, and they appreciate that they can work with only one freelancer for writing and other business needs instead of having to manage multiple people and keep track of invoicing and making sure that people are doing their jobs and showing up consistently and doing what they're supposed to be doing. So they appreciate being able to work with just one person for everything that they need. There are a few drawbacks, and I always want to talk about those because I want to make sure that I'm transparent as possible about the pros and the cons of what I do with my business. There are larger clients out there that don't care if you offer multiple services. They want to hire you for only one specific type of work. So if they want to hire you for writing, they may not care that you know how to do social media management or, customer service or anything like that. They only want you for writing. There are some that say that you're not an expert, and they may want to work with freelancers who only offer one type of service because they think that they'll be more in depth with that type of knowledge. You may end up with too much work. Some people may not think that's a possibility, but it does happen. Balance may be a little bit more difficult because you do have to know lots of different tools and skills. So do you guys think that offering diversified freelance services is something that you would be interested in? Okay, I have some time for questions if you guys have any. Yes? Okay, she said, how do you compete with people who only offer virtual assistant services in their business? How do you compete with that? I haven't really had a problem with that, honestly, because I have been able to market myself in person to this community, and being in only one niche, I think, helps, because I know the personal finance industry. I know what they're needing. I know what type of writing they need. I know what type of behind-the-scenes work they need, and I really think that helps. So, niching down, I think, is really the answer to doing that, but still being able to offer different types of services in your business, but still all in one category. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. The question was, how do I market my services? So I have been very, very blessed in that I started out with an amazing first client who passed on my name to others with word of mouth. And then I also got a lot of clients here at FinCon in the Freelancers Marketplace, which is today. So make sure you go to that if you're wanting to get new clients. I also have gotten a few through Facebook, but the majority of my work is through referrals and word of mouth. I actually haven't pitched in 2 years since FinCon 15. So it's all been referrals. Yeah. What virtual assistant means? Yeah. So virtual assistant is usually somebody that works behind the scenes on blogs or websites, and they do all kinds of different tasks. They might do social media work. They might do email management, customer service work. They might do, some of them create images for Pinterest and things like that. Editing. There's high-level virtual assistant services. You might call them project management. You might be able to find one that manages staff writers and content calendars and things like that. It's a lot of organizational skills and kind of just management, really, of your site and helping you stay on track with your business. Does that make sense? Yeah. The question was, is there a limit to how much you can earn as a virtual assistant? It really depends on how you price yourself. I know a lot of virtual assistants start out pricing per hour, but that really puts a cap on how much you can earn because you can obviously only work so many hours. So if you switch to a little bit of different model, you can earn per project. You can earn, make packages is how I try to do it. So I'll create a customized package based on whatever my clients are needing. and try to set a flat rate. And that also helps with my income not being so variable month to month. Yeah. I do. I have some team members myself now that also help me run my business. And I do try to service like a quality control type of thing. So if they're working on client work with me, I approve all of it before it goes out, because it's still my name at the end of the day. It's my reputation, so it's pretty important. Yes. Any other questions? No? Okay. Oh, yeah. The question was, how many hours do I work a week? Since I'm trying to grow my own brand, that always seems to get pushed to the bottom at the moment. But I work on my client work about 40 hours a week. I do full-time hours, so yeah. Thank you guys so much. If you have other questions, you can email me and get my slides on my website. Thank you.